Okay, so I told you we'd do a walk around. Hopefully the GoPro is going to pick this up. The next thing I absolutely love about the fixed fairing of the Road Glides or the Shark Nose YouTube, welcome back once again to HarleyDayRider, your good old friend HDR. Hey, if you're new to the channel, then welcome aboard the Road Glide Ultra and kind of slash special. You know, you take a tour pack off, you got two bikes in one, yes. And today, I'm sure the title always gives it away, but we're going to talk about, maybe that's why you're here, is why should you decide to buy a Road Glide over a Ultra Limited or a Street Glide? You know, that's kind of the topic that I see so much on all these social media groups, like what motorcycle should I buy? Well, I'm going to kind of drill it down for you here and kind of help you out and make that decision. First thing I can tell you, if you have a Street Glide now, or if you have an Ultra Limited and you go out and you buy a Road Glide or a Road Glide Limited, or just go out and test drive one, if you test ride it, you're going to kind of fall in love with it. You're going to fall in love with it. You're going to want to buy one. That's what happened to me. I didn't know. I was one of those guys just like you. Oh, I don't like the look of the Road Glide. That silly double headlight looks kind of stupid. That Shark Nose fairing doesn't look very nice. It's not really a Harley that way. Or, well, my motorcycle does say Harley Davidson on the tank. It does. As well as the title, it says Harley Davidson, so it is definitely a Harley Davidson. But I want to give you just 5 simple reasons why you should choose the Road Glide over the Street Glide. And then I'm going to give you one good piece of advice at the end of this video, so stay tuned till the very end of the video here and listen for that tip. I think you're going to really it's going to save you some money. I know it is. Alright, so the first reason I would say that you should buy the Road Glide over a Street Glide is actually for the thing that most people hate. The fixed fairing. Not only the fixed fairing, we'll go to that about it in a couple of minutes here, but with the dual headlights. Guys, these headlights on these Road Glides light up this road so greatly, and it makes it so easy to see at night that you won't mind riding at night. You know, the Street Glide or the, you know, Ultra Limited, I mean, yeah, they got the driving lights on there, and I get that, right? Well, the Street Glide, I think, only has one headlight. And it's not quite as bright. Now, you're thinking, well, wait a minute, HDR, let's back up a second. Who in the heck are you to make this decision for us? How did you make this decision? How did you come about this? Well, I had an Ultra Limited, or actually an Ultra Classic, which is the bat nose, you know, the bat nose fairing that's attached to the handlebars. And I had probably a good 40,000 miles on that motorcycle. I've toured all over the place on it. I've toured 2 up on it. So I can definitely give you opinions on both and give you my good points and bad points probably on both of them. But I'm not a guy that just went out and bought a Road Glide and said, hey, everybody buy a Road Glide because they're great and they're better than everything else. I'm not that guy. I've had a lot of experience on a batwing fairing. I've rode a lot of highways. I've rode a lot of back roads. And I got the videos to prove it. They're on my YouTube channel. Go back and watch some of the, you know, some of the archive footage from a while back. I've took many vacations on it. And I never complained about it. It's a great motorcycle. Until I went to the showroom one day and I hopped on a Road Glide Ultra, and my whole motorcycle life changed right in front of my eyes. I didn't think I would like it, and I came back, I was like, man, where can I sign the papers? I want to buy that motorcycle. So these are my 5 tips I'm going to give you. Okay? The first tip. Now, it could be, you know, just my riding style. It could be what most people say, but it is very, very true. The way the shark nose fairing is out there and the way it's fixed to the handlebars, you don't get this. You don't get this, I call it handlebar buffeting when you're passing tractor trailer trucks, when you're going down the highway at high speeds. Because what happens is with that fairing that's mounted to the handlebars, the batwing, it moves, and it moves the handlebars because it's catching wind on the left and right. Now, it does. It just simply does. I'm not trying to BS you. I really, you know, I'm just trying to help you buy a motorcycle. So that's number one. It is a better ride, definitely better ride on the highway, and in heavy winds. It's a much better ride in heavy winds. So, that's number one with the fixed fairing. Number two with this fixed fairing is, I have to say, I'm going to have to tell you this. Number two, stop here. Beautiful day today, man. I just had to come home and ride. Guys are getting their boats out, getting ready to hit the lake. That's going to be me very, very soon. The next thing I really like about the fixed fairing that some people don't like. Some people are like, oh, that's awful, man. That's horrible, you know. It's way out there. I can't reach the boom box. I can't touch it. Well, the thing is with that boom box out there, guys, it gives you a lot more room in the cockpit. I call this the cockpit, where you're sitting. It doesn't feel like, when I had the Ultra Classic or the Ultra Limiteds, I felt like that fairing was right here. Like it was squeezing me in, man. Like it was a tight fit, you know what I mean? And with the fixed fairing, with the you know, the good old shark nose being way out there, well, what that allows you to do is have more room in the cockpit, and it's a lot more comfortable ride. It really is extremely, just because you have more room, man. I mean, it's a big deal. It really, really is a big deal. All right. So that's number two. And I said I have 5 for you. I got to really think about this. Why would I want a shark nose fairing over a batwing fairing? Okay, you got my 2 main ones. Is the distance to the more room in the cockpit is a big deal to me. And cutting the wind with that shark nose fixed fairing, you don't feel the handlebar buffeting. So that's 2 really, really big ones. To me, that should be enough right there to make you want to run out and buy one. I mean, you know. Alright, so the next part of this, maybe we'll do a little walk around. Let's do that. So I'm getting up here to the lake, and we're going to do a walk around the bike here, and maybe talk about a couple other items that I feel that are just a little different, and not even different, just makes more sense, I guess. A couple things here. So let's go ahead and switch to walking around the bike right now. Okay, so I told you we'd do a walk around. Hopefully the GoPro is going to pick this up. The next thing I absolutely love about the fixed fairing of the Road Glides or the Shark Nose is the compartments. These compartments are so handy. Like my my garage door opener somewhere in there. It bounces around a little bit. It does bounce around just a little bit there. And you got one on the left and on the right. Let's see here. There we go. Now I can tell you, if you can find a Road Glide Limited or a Road Glide Ultra, up until the year 2019, they have the vents inside here that close. Okay, those are very important because in the wintertime, you know, if you ride in cold weather, even you could be in the summer and be in cold weather, guys. You can shut those vents and not get that air blown directly on you. Okay, so that's huge also. Now they took that away in 2020. They don't have those anymore. It's because the little clips break in there, and Harley didn't know how to engineer those to fix those, so they just got rid of them. The other thing I like is, and this is on, I don't know if it's on the newer bikes or not now, the vent on the top here, where you can actually close this vent, so you're not getting that air directly in you. Of course, I'm leaving it open now. It obviously is spring here. So that is a huge, huge benefit. So that's 3. The 4th thing is, if you want to put new handlebars on your bike, instead of tearing apart all that batwing fairing, right? You got to take everything apart. You got to take everything off of there, take both sides off to get to the handlebars. With the road glides, all you do is take 2 screws out of this cluster, one on both sides here, pop the cluster off, and you're right at your handlebar mounts. You unbolt them, there's 4 bolts, handlebars pop off, rewire them, pop them back on, put the cluster back in, you're good to go. You don't even have to touch the fairing. You don't even have to unscrew the fairing at all, right? So that's another thing I really, really like about it. So that would be 4, all right? So again, we're just talking about the road glide. Now, actually, if you look at the road glide and you look at the street glide, everything from the fairing back is the same. It's essentially the same motorcycle. Now, this happens to be a Ultra, and the Limiteds have the lower fairing and they're water cooled. Now the road glide is oil and air cooled. Okay, so that's a little bit different, but it still has the fixed fairing that you want. Trust me, guys, you want the fixed fairing. Again, number 5, and the reason I really love the fixed fairing and I really, really love the road glide line is why I said a lot of people hate it, is the double headlights. And I told you they're brighter. But what also is nice about these double headlights is something little like this, like these custom dynamic vents with the LEDs surrounding them. So that makes it just a really, really great look. And I also have the windshield trim lights from Custom Dynamics, which again just sets the front of the bike off. So that's my 5 reasons why you want to buy a road glide over a street glide. Now, I told you guys before, and it's very true. I bought this bike, and I have a friend that I used to ride with that hasn't ridden with me in 3 years since I bought this motorcycle. And that's very, very true. He said he doesn't like it. He doesn't want me behind him or in front of him. Blah, 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 so forth and so on. So we haven't ridden together. But that's the truth of it. So now this is where I'm going to save you some money. Okay? A lot of guys, and Bronco Ride is one, he'll tell you, he bought a street glide. Now, he rode with us a few times, and we had the tour packs on because they came with our motorcycles. Obviously, I don't right now, and you've seen videos where I did a quick disconnect kit now on my tour pack, so it's actually no longer there, which is fine. But I did put the backrest on and the luggage rack, the back passenger sissy bar or whatever, and for right now, that's the look I want. Now, I could throw that tour pack on there. It takes me about 10 minutes. I could throw it back on there. So Bronco Ride bought a street glide, right? It has a stage 3, and it's a beautiful motorcycle. But when he rode with us, he really felt he wanted that tour pack. And he went home and spent a boatload of money putting a tour pack on his street glide. Right now, I think the current road glides are going for about $28,000, right? The road glide limiteds are going for about $30,000. You can find, this is a 2018, you can find this bike now for about $28,000, the same price as that street glide or as that road glide. But it comes with the tour pack. And then do a quick disconnect kit. The whole kit, the backrest and everything I got on there now with the kit from Advent Black, all that, the tail light, the license plate removal kit, they cost you about $400 to $500. Now, if you bought the other bike for $28,000 and you put the tour pack on there with the quick disconnect mount and the tour pack, you're probably looking at closer to $2,000 more. So it's better to buy it and remove it than to buy it and add it. That's how it's going to save you some money. So overall, I've been extremely happy with this motorcycle, with the road glide. Like I said, once I test drove it, I knew I had to own one. And I bought it new in 2018. And I've been loving it ever since. So hopefully this helps you out. You'll go out now and you'll test ride a road glide and be like, man, that HDR was exactly right. I'm not lying to you. I'm telling you the truth. And like I said, I rode the Batwing for years, many, many thousands of miles on it. And I never knew any difference either until I test rode one and bought this thing. I was like, it's way different. Even Miss HR said it's just a much better ride. So there you have it. thanks for watching this video, and I hope that you learned something from it anyway, and I hope you go out and at least test ride a Road Glide, or a Road Glide Limited, or a used Road Glide Ultra. You're going to be very, very pleased with any one of those bikes. So until next time, remember, ride your own ride. Be safe out there, huh? HarleyDayRider, be down and out. In a beautiful Cross Creek Lake area. I brought you out here many, many times. It looks like the lake's ready. It looks like a lot of boaters are out there ready. So myself and Henry have to get out there and do some fishing here very soon. All right, until next time, take care, everybody, and I'll see you later. Bye for now.